All right, we're getting ready for a championship. Get some information on that just shortly. All right, we're live, baby. This is C Tier 2. Great times to be had here at Choctaw. Signature Series number 6. Jesse and Bill against Tim and JD. And they are out for blood. Jesse Williams and Bill Johnston are in the king's seat. Bill to start the action on this side after they washed. Now they're saying the old joke that I love this joke. It's like, hey, we'll start down here. And if they're not saying it, they need to step up their game because I love that joke. Bag to the right. We got an attainable bag here if you try to go get it. And he's bringing it closer. 4-1 on the count. 4-2. Bill leans it. Slick side. Big bag for Bill. Man, that sounds great. Big bag Bill. Oh, and big bag Bill blows it off the back. Big bag Bill blows it off the back. That's called alliteration, folks. Go to school, you learn. Oh, blows it off the back. Does Tim. Come on, Tim. Gives up 2 points. Sideline Sammy, the sidelinest of all Sammys. You will find no more Sammys on any more sideline than me. Jesse, old school. Oh, off the back there a little bit. Jesse has a golf towel on his back there to keep his hands dry. I've seen various things used over the weekend because it's been hot, humid in here. Hot, humid. Some people have been using, my favorite that I've seen is like a straight fan, like a battery-powered fan. Love it. Great idea. Very smart. 4-2 as we had a lead change by our guys coming down from the drop-down bracket, JD and Tim. Bill off the back. Bill reminds me, he's a righty, but he reminds me I've had a friend named Bill Johnson that has passed, but we played cornhole together. It was great. So big shout out to Bill Johnson as Bill Johnston is throwing bags for a championship with the magnificent bearded Bill Johnston. Nothing to be upset with there, Tim. That bag looks like it might show back up for you. It does not. Excuse me. 4-3 in favor of the guys from the drop-down bracket. So if you're looking at the screen, just know that the score is reversed. Reverse it. In the hole. See that? That's good prediction. Great bag by Jesse. The lefty, JD, both he and his partner throwing off board. Uncommon for the most part. Hey, we need to let her know that there's a whole live stream with commentary going on on that court. There's not a whole lot of reason to do that. Bro, these memories are more beautiful over here. We got somebody live streaming on their Facebook, guys. And if you've heard me once, you've heard me 1,000 times. Don't do that in championships. Let your people play the championships. You go enjoy the championships and then watch the commentary because, guys, we're here to bring you the entertainment. That's what we're here for. Sideline Sammy guiding you oh so gently through the wilderness that is the C Tier 2 Championship. Bill leaves it on the front. Down 3-4. Big bag, Tim. Bill acknowledges his tribal chief. Taps him on the right arm, left arm, pardon me. Drips in the hole. Bag off to the right for Tim. Now that's one you get frustrated about. It's okay to be frustrated about that one. Oh, we got the double finger guns for 2 points. Double finger guns. One finger gun, you're doing all right. Two double finger guns, you're doing great. Double finger guns from Bill. Bags in the hole. Off the back there for Roach. Jesse goes right back in. Bag to the left for Roach. Uh-oh, they're getting hot. Roach with another miss at 6. Boys and girls, our king seat takes the, not just a lead, but a bit of a commanding lead at this moment as they go to 11. 10 points needed for a championship. 10 points needed for a championship. Bill starts it off down the middle. Tim slow playing him a little bit. In the hole. Bill, what you got for me, buddy? Big bag Bill puts it in the hole. Oh, man, Tim's locked in. Big bag Bill. In the hole. Tim. It's Timmy time. Right down the middle. And oh, another 4-bagger. Boys, they're bagging. That is 3, that's 4, that's 12 bags in a row for the king seat. The king seat squadron. 13 in a row for the squad. 14 in a row for the squad. And Roach is feeling it. 15 bags in a row. 15. That's almost 16. 16 bags in a row. They're on fire, and that 11 just turned crooked, boys and girls. 17. JD's just letting it get to him just a little bit. Uh-oh, Bill, don't mess up the streak now. Y'all have hit 16 in a row. Maybe even more, but I just remember the four baggers. There's another one, 17. To match the 17 points they have on the board. Tim needs to stop the bleeding here. In the hole, I think we need to start thinking about a block in front just to slow him down. But the risk versus reward, that's 18. 18 bags in a row, boys and girls. This is unreal. He went for the block, just came up a little bit left. That's the problem with not throwing it in the hole to answer is you risk it. He can't afford much more misses. That bag, I mean, I'm calling that bag as good as in. He wanted that one. This right here is huge. If you make this, Tim is going to have to drag. It's a big bag, Bill. Finally misses, but this one needs to be in. And it is. 19 points, but more importantly for Tim and JD is the streak has concluded. Oh, Jesse is human. Come on, JD, let's capitalize on those. Jesse on the right side. JD in a hole. Jesse to the right. JD in the hole. Jesse in the hole. There was no pressure on that bag because of the 2 misses by Jesse. You don't want to say they're cooling off, but what you have done is at least mitigated the problem. It's not disastrous anymore. Now we start to scratch. Now you got to be perfect. It's not a terrible bag actually. Lots of thought going into this. Big brain Bill off the back. Timmy time, what you got for me, bud? Push attempt, leans it on the hole. Bill takes him in, that's okay. I think you should just leave that alone and try to get your 1 point if I'm Tim. There's not a whole lot of sense in risking it. That's why you don't do that there, Tim. Bill puts it in. See, this is why you don't need to go out and try to collect that first time, because now you have to collect it. Tim misses it. We have new champions, boys and girls. We got a 4 on that side. We got a 6 over here. That adds up to 2 points. Not a 6, I guess a 12. My bad on that, but big congratulations go out. Oh, it was a 6. I was right. All right. Big congratulations go out to Jesse Williams and Bill Johnston, as they are your C Tier 2 champions, as they became victorious over Tim Fitch and JD Rocha. Big congratulations for our champions, Jesse and Bill. We'll be right back on the Texas Cornhole League. Stay with me. Sideline Sammy on court number 1. Don't go anywhere unless you go to number 2, and then you can see me hit a bicep flex on the right arm right here. If you're on court 2, you get to see. Oh, hold on, wait. Let me turn it this way. Ugh, you get to see the bicep flex over here. Hopefully you're enjoying that when you turn around and watch it. Catch me in a little bit, Sideline Sammy. JD's and Littleman. We're going live on court number 1. Advanced doubles or B doubles, tier 1. We got Dreads versus the Boss. Dreads versus the Boss. Bag Brothers versus Bag Brokers. Bag Brothers versus Bag Brokers. B tier 1, Neil Cook. B doubles tier 1. Isaiah Reyes, Liam Fernandez, Jordan Hullum, and Neil Cook. Surprise, surprise, make it to another championship. Neil and Jordan coming from the losers bracket, the drop down side of the bracket. And they are up 2-0. Now up 4-0. All right, sorry. Trying to get live on the action here. Someone said they tuned in to court number 2 and all they could see was the beautiful bicep of Sideline Sammy. I'm kidding. I mean, they did say they saw me flexing. They didn't say anything about my beautiful biceps, which they're not. You guys want to see some beautiful biceps, you got to see David Chavez. Shout out David Chavez. Say win Cornhole, throwing stones. Oh, Neil with an interesting, he went for an airmail, missed it, bounced it off the other bag, and it went in the hole. Liam puts it in, makes him pay for his misses. 5-4 with the lead change. 5-4 with the lead change. First bag in the hole, next bag in the hole. On the back, let's see how risky we're getting. And now's a great time for an and one. Man, guys, here's the deal. If you're already up a point, how cool would it be to be up 3 points? So you shoot the airmail, you knock them off the back, you take your money and you say, thank you very much. I appreciate you showing up. And then you get to clip that and say, look, hey, you remember when I and won somebody on the main stage? That's what you got to do, guys. Liam first bag to the right after Neil's up the middle. Neil back up the middle. That is a beautiful block there. Well, not really, I guess. It's kind of on the right side. Liam going to go for that push, and that is a beautiful bag, okay. Neil in for 10. Liam, I've called, I don't know how many games of Liam's I've called over the course of time, but this guy feel like he's born on the main stage, man. This guy's on the main stage no matter what division he's playing in. All right, Jordan. And Isaiah and Jordan are battling. Eight, 5 in favor of Jordan and Neil coming from the drop down side of the bracket. Bringing the energy tonight. I'm fired up. I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew. In the hole. Hopefully Jonathan Alanese is watching this. Shout out Jonathan Alanese. Hopefully your 39 minutes of great sponsors didn't wear you out too much, and now you're here live in the cut, chilling in the cut with Sideline Sammy. Shout out to Jonathan Ray, one of the best board makers in the business. If you need some boards, reach out to Jonathan Ray, Johnathon, like a John, a Thon. Jordan's bouncing them bags from the very front of the board. Isaiah back in there. Oh, bounces it off of that bag. It would have been cool if he knocked that off. Then he could say, remember that time I threw that bag a little bit short and right and I knocked him off, and then it was on purpose. But nah, not this time. Eight, 7. Shout out to the fraternity Omega Delta Phi, established in 87. The Knights of OD Phi, such as Disco Night, Corruption,
What? No, I'm talking on the mic.
the Phenom, also known as the Stallion, sometimes referred to as the Juggernaut. Neil tries something aggressive, bounces off. Now, when you're coming from the drop-down side of the bracket, the loser's bracket, it would behoove you to be a little more conservative and secure the points a little bit, as opposed to being as aggressive as you can here when you're in the top half of the bracket. When you're in the top half of the bracket, you can afford to make mistakes because the other team has to score 42 points on you, and all you have to do is score 21 in one game. That's it. Bag up the middle and in the hole. 2 more points in favor of the king seat. Shouts out to the beautiful people here in America. Oh, Liam finally shows he's a human. Neil to capitalize. Doesn't love it, but doesn't hate it. Liam, another miss. If Neil can collect that bag, he's looking at 5, but as it stands, he can get 3. Oh, man, that's a big miss for Neil. Liam cleans it up for 7 to 8, gives up only 1 point after those misses. Frustrated, Mr. Cook, throwing his boss bags. It was also great to see Josh Murdoch back in action here at Choctaw Casino and Resort here in Durant, Oklahoma. Him and Matt Longoria played, and that was cool to see some familiar faces that I haven't seen in a while. Another 2 more for the king seat, 14-9. Wonder what Isaiah's listening in his ears. He's got his headphones on. My guess is Beady Beady Bum Bum by Selena y Los Dinos. No disrespect, man. That's good. See, he's bobbing his head. Beady Beady Bum Bum. I'm trying to time out his beats. Okay, yeah, it's definitely it. I got it timed out for sure. Neil to the left and to the right. A little bit of Army cornhole. Left, right, left. He's just got the left, right. Oh, that's not bad. That's actually great. He kind of brought his closer to the hole there. Neil with the opportunity here to wash, but he's got to hit a big shot here. Liam played a perfect last bag. Cocks it twice. Baseball, we call that a balk. And cornhole, we talk about, oh, he hits backside. Oh, man. Incredible shot in most other cases. In this case, this is one of those times you didn't want to go backside, if you know what I mean. Bag on the left for Isaiah. La Máquina, the machine. Bag in the hood. Cut around. Big bag by Jordan. In to give up maybe two. Jordan puts him in double digits. I'll tell you what, there's a big difference between 9 to 18 and 11 to 18. It just feels attainable. That's the key, is it feels attainable. A lot of times you're playing, you're like, crap, they've got 18, I'm down in single digits. As soon as you hit the double digit mark, it's a whole different game. You get a little confidence, you start nodding your head. Cut around attempt by Liam, unsuccessful. Neil tries to go get his bag and pushes it just a little bit too far to the left. Now to the right again for Liam. I don't love that one by Neil. Liam misses. This would be a good time for that bag from Neil to go backside, but he doesn't go for it. He knows that he's got 6 sitting against 3 right now. Excuse me. Hiccup. Liam gives up 2. He might have washed, actually. No, he gave up 2. I was right. 13-18. I'll tell you, that's the difference between 9-18 and 11-18 is now 13-18 feels crap. We're within shooting distance here now. We're there. We're 2 bags away. When Isaiah's thinking, I'm 2 bags away from glory right here, maybe even 1 if Jordan misses 1. Jordan, oh, it is 9-6. He doesn't have to throw this bag, but he does anyway. GG's in the chat. Neil and Jordan, congratulations. You've gotten second place, but even bigger congratulations goes to Isaiah Reyes and Liam Fernandez. Winning 21-3, you are the B Tier 1 champions, and the crowd goes bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. All right, stick with us. Sideline Sammy, Texas Cornhole League, Signature Series number 6, Choctaw Casino and Resort, Durant, Oklahoma. Ba-da-bop, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bop. What up, JDs and Littlemen? It's your boy, Sideline Sammy. The only Sammy you will find on the sideline here at the Texas Cornhole League. Signature Series number 6. Because the other one's in New York. Throwing bags. This one's here at Choctaw Resort and Casino. Casino and Resort here in Durant, Oklahoma. And in the king seat, we have Drew Dixon and Zach Harris against Tyson Green and Bryce Forbes. The combined length of shorts on this stage is about 24 inches. There's lots of shorty shorts here in Durant, Oklahoma. All right, I'm going to pull up some information on this game. This is a 2 out of 3. This is going to be a triple dip situation here where Tyson and Bryce have to win the 2 out of 3, and then they have to win another game on top of that. Drew and Zach, really they only have to win one game if it's the last game. If they can lose the first 2 and then win the next one, and they win. But they would like to take care of it in these first 2 right here. As I'm pulling this thing up, I'm not just any tater. I am the commentator of this matchup. The championship Pro Elite Doubles Tier 1 League Championship Bracket Signature Series number 6, Choctaw Casino, Durant. Tyson starts it off. Tyson got, I believe, 4th place yesterday in singles, A singles. Playing with Bryce and Tyson to the left. Tyson out of College Station. Drew, steady. I warmed up with Drew for a long time yesterday. And that guy is just steady. He leaves that bag on the hole. A little bit of a yawn there. I pulled it away from my face. Got chuckle birds in the crow's nest with me that need to skedaddle if they're going to be talking that ish over here. First bag miss. Zach's already ready to step out and go get that. That's the thing with these guys is they know what they can do. I might actually have to stand up. Pulls it in a little bit. I got to stand up so I can see a little bit more. Need a better view. Stand behind the wizard. Misses his cut around, blows it to the right. On that one, that might have been something where you just kind of take it in, but again, these guys know their game more than I do. Bryce blows it off the back. He can clean this all up and get a point. More important than the point is first bag, and he manages to get a point in the craziest way that I did not expect right there. First bag is the important part. Drew has it right down the middle. Tyson a little left. Definitely definitely collectible is that bag. Drew back in the middle. Great attempt there. On the right for Drew. I don't know what he's frustrated about when that's a pretty easy pickup for somebody of his skill. Tyson, great collect there. There you see the frustration was valid. This is in for 5 big points. And he gets it. Emerson Biggins, any round of 5 or more earns you an Emerson call. We got our first Emerson call, brought to you by the fine folks at Tush Kush. Bryce cleans it up. Zach. And Bryce both dealing with extreme accuracy at the moment. 12 on 12. That is a full load wash right there. Emphasis on full, not load, you weirdos. 5-1. Still, if you're looking at the screen, it is reverse of what you think the score would be. Bag a little bit on the left. A side-by-side for Tyson. Back of the hole. I think Tyson's going to, he's going slick side or up, he says. And Tyson says, no, I don't want to go up. I like the up. But, again, that's because I want to see and one type stuff right here. And he misses. That'd have been a cool time right there to go and one, buddy. Drew. Slick. Tyson with a good cut around there. Drew tries to collect. Unable to do so, gives up 4. Frustration beginning to mount for the gentleman in the king seat, down 9-1. Sideline Sammy moving to a different vantage point so he can see a little bit better. Bags in the hole. If you're on court 2, my bad for man spreading right here. Bag leaning on the hole. Zachy Bags puts it on the left side. Leaves it a little bit open, set to give up 2 more if Zach brings it in. He does not capitalize on his opportunity. Oh. Block in front. Sorry, I had somebody asking me where somebody went, and I didn't know. Great cut around by Drew Dixon. Tyson a little bit off of his mark. Tried for another cut around. Unable to get it. Does he go up? He doesn't, and he leaves it left. $10-5 as it stands. Zach's probably okay if he gives up 2. Drew is not okay if he gives up 2 as he goes for an air mail. Hits the air mail, doesn't get the drag. Two more points for Bryce and Tyson. (11-1) is the score. Zach on the left side, Bryce on the right side. I might have mistakenly given a score incorrectly earlier, but that's because I was looking at that big screen out there and not realizing that it was reversed. You know, great collect there. Bryce with a couple extra breaths on this one. He's content to give up 2, and instead he actually gets a point and adds to his lead. 12-1 for the gentleman in the loser's bracket. Bag in the hole to start it off. Back and forth. Finally, someone wavers this round as Drew leaves it to the right. Tyson now right down the middle. Drew's asking Zach if you want me to come around and cut that and get it. Unsure of what Zach coached him up to do or gave his suggestion. Plays a block there. Bryce says, go sticky and cut it. Let's see if he does such a thing. Not an ideal result there. Drew. What you got for us, Drew? Went for an airmail, knocks him off the back. He goes off as well. 12-1 turns into 14-1 in game 1 of this marathon. 7 points away from game 2. 20 points away from game 2 for Zachy Baggs and Drew. They're just trading hole for hole. Zach puts one in his way just a little bit. I don't imagine that's too troublesome for the youngster. Zach, his little cut or roll is a little bit short of what I think he was probably going for, but he's okay with it. Bryce hits it backside. Zach, slow side in hand. Hits it backside as well. 14-1 turns to 16-1. I moved to a spot where I could see really good, but then Bryce and Casimir kind of took over my spot. Bag in front of the hole. Give him something to look at. Drew throws his cut a little too much velocity. Puts it on the back of the hole. Tyson right over the top of it. He's got a toe in the water if he wants to try it. He leaves it short, block. This is airmail for a lot of people, but Tyson's got a secondary shot that a lot of people don't with some of his cuts and rolls that he's got. So let's see what he's doing. He's got two bags in front of the hole. He went for an airmail, left it open to the right. Drew shoots the airmail, hits the airmail, doesn't drag. And there's the cut that I was talking about by Tyson. Drew with the drag. Give him 3. Finally a crooked number. 16-4 as the score begins to change. Use that 4 and try to leverage it to a little bit more. Zachy Baggs puts a bag right in front of the hole, about 1.5. Bryce goes side by side. Slick side, misses left. Bryce taking his time, thinking about it. Slick side pushes one in. Zach, man, I think you might see a bar of soap attempt right here with that lifted up a little bit. Sends it. Instead, he just rolls it all with it because he knows he gets 2 points right here. A little less risky. He locks in 2 if he puts this in. Puts him on 18 if he knocks this. And it's in the hole. 18-4 for our Spanish-speaking. You may be wondering, when did I press the SAP button? And you didn't. It was just me. Sideline Sammy. Samuel. Sideline Samuel. El mero mero del TCL. El mero mero. Bag in front of the hole. 18-4, you can't be missing off the board, so some of the shots that Drew's been hitting, you might not see as many of the airmail attempts. You might see more of that stuff to cut, and he's kind of upset that he brought Tyson's bag into play a little bit more. Tyson with a miss there, but that bag's gettable, just not high percentage. Drew with a perfect replace. I like that better than collecting it, actually. If anybody sees Johnny Seymour, let him know to come over here and come announce this last game over here on court number 3. Instead, he's taking pictures. Oh, great shot. It's going to be a tough one. He's got some slow bags here. Slick. Oh, he gets it too. 4 goes to 6. 18-6. 18-6. 18-6. Zachy Baggs puts it in the hole. And in for Bryce. Will there be a block on this court this round? I think there's an attempt, but he leaves it to the right. That's the risk in not putting a bag that goes far enough to get in the hole. Because if you miss it, you're kind of giving bumpers, and now you miss 2 off to the right. Zach right down the middle. Gets 4. Now he's in double digits. Now all of a sudden 10-18 feels a lot better than the 18-4 or 18-6, whatever it was. Beautiful start here for the youngster, Drew, but Tyson with a beautiful answer. Nudges his bag a little bit and puts his on the hole. Drew, man, so accurate right now. This would be a great time to wedge those, put your bag right in between those two. I think that's what Bryce might be telling him to do, actually. That was ideal. It's exactly what you wanted to do. Drew's bag in the air. Tries to cut and roll over it. And he got a bunch of trash now. Bryce asking for a real, high arching one that crawls up. I saw a couple of bags do that yesterday, crawl over a big pile and leak in the coin slot. Now, those bags are pretty much done. I think you got to throw slick hard if you want to get anything here. Yesterday, I saw a guy named David Chavez hit 2 back-to-back rolls over a pile into a coin slot that wasn't no bigger than the bag itself. Yeah, Zach's telling him to give me flop or cut over that. Maybe you can drag something in there, but he just sees the angle. There is an opportunity there. Gives it a go. Doesn't quite climb it. Bryce says, call timeout. That is a messy board. Messy board. Lots of thought process. I think if I'm him, I say full send, slick side, throw it like you got some testosterone in your system and just rip it. But I'm not them. I'm talking from out. I played in the same division of these guys, and I did not make it. He went backside and missed it. 19-10. It was worth shooting it because if you hit it, you win. Zach's got to be basically mistake-free here. And Bryce does the right thing of just putting the first bag in the hole because now you're making Zach have to stay up with you here. Cuts around. Zach nudges it a little bit. Now this might be a good time to block because he's got two bags in front of the hole. Goes for a cut around. I don't think that was ideal. Zach with a slick. Yeah, that's why he didn't want to do that there, Bryce. Sometimes just because you can doesn't mean you should. I've learned over the course of time. Bryce off the back, and now this bag, one of these bags is surely going to go in, right? There you go, both of them. There's three more for Zach and Drew. 13-19, 6 points away from leveling this game up. That's three bags. Or really two bags if you go off, but these guys aren't really putting them off. They don't do like me. One to the back left, one down in the middle. Block. We're getting a little bit of accelerated pace, and we got Bryce getting water. That's an interesting bag placement. Slick in hand. Misses, but the bag from Tyson that's on the left has given him a break on that miss. Can't miss again, does not. 10, 8, two more, 15-19. (15-19). Just bags back and forth down the middle. Zach gives him something to look at. Now that's a little bit further right than the ones he was throwing a minute ago, so Bryce doesn't go with the cut around because he kind of took that path a little bit out of the way. Hits the airmail. Zach leans one on the hole and moves his a little bit closer. Makes the airmail a little bit tougher shot. There you go. That's leaving that bag on the hole is what took away the airmail for Bryce. That's all right. You're okay there if you're Zach. Of course, you wanted to get two. A wash. (15-19). Zach's upset that it's not 17 right there. He played the round perfectly. Unfortunately, was not rewarded for it. Tyson with a beautiful bag there. I like that. But looking at this angle, I think that Drew can actually cut and get this one at some point without doing anything spectacular. Yeah, he's just saying, hey, just cut it right through here. And if you pull it, you pull it. If not, you're still in front of the hole. A little too far. Now we're looking at and one territory. I know what Bryce would do. Tyson's got that cut on him. He's going to have to move Tyson's bag out of the way, because if he pushes it, it's game. That's what he tried to do. Maybe. Try to go side by side, maybe. Here comes that cut. And he leaves it open. So now you don't have to collect it if you're Drew. You can actually just go in. That's what he does. Leaves it in front, gives him something to look at. Tyson in the hole. Aiders from Decatur, county seat of Wise. All right, bag in front of the hole for Zach. Cut around there. See, that's the difference there. When you have it more centered, he's got the cut around path. Zach with a big miss there. Remind you, this is game one. Now you're okay if you're Zach. Push that in. He said, look, I should have done that a second ago. It's not that big of a deal. Bryce in the hole. Zach in the hole. Bryce to answer for a wash. We got a George Washington round right there. I played Bryce in singles yesterday, and he reminded me that he is better than him by just playing me. It was unbelievable. Tyson kind of leans on him a little bit. This round looking very similar to one we saw just a minute ago. Cut attempt doesn't go in, kind of wedges a little bit. The hole's starting to get a little clogged up. He's calling for a roll. I thought this was airmail time. As Zach said, roll it. He went for the airmail after Zach gave him the roll. Maybe he didn't see that, or maybe he just saw, I'm hitting this airmail. But you're still fine because you're in the hole. You're in the way. Now your last bag becomes really important. You got to roll over the top right here if you're Tyson, I think. Just climb it. And that's fine, actually, because now you almost have to airmail this. Yeah, you had to do that because if you don't, Tyson's going to. He's going to shoot the airmail there he's going for the win. Game one goes to our fellas in the losers bracket. So we're starting game two. Zach first. This team over here, Bryce and Tyson, have to win 3 games for the championship. Zach and Drew are going to try to win these next 2. And then it'll come down to whoever wins after, if Tyson and Bryce win this one, it's going to come to whoever wins that next game. That's the benefit of being in the king's seat, is you're afforded those losses. You put yourself in a good position. Bryce upset that he just cleaned it up, but I think it's because he pulled Zach into the hole a little bit. Come on, Zach. Leaves it there. Now Bryce probably going to do the exact same thing he just did, which is split those bags. He's got a lot of arm swing in his throw, man. I don't know how you can do that and be repetitive with it. Someone come up to me earlier and they said, hey, you were talking ish about me when I was throwing. I was like, or you're my partner. Yeah, kind of. You pointed to the crowd before you threw your last bag like it's over, and you had to board it. And instead of boarding it, you missed. So I was talking ish. Actually, I was just reporting on the poor thought process that you went through, bud. Oh, bag on the right. Drew upset. Zach not upset. Zach got like some kinesio tape on his arm, some KT tape. Drew trying to collect. Steps out. Oh, and he misses, man. He could have gone in for 2, wanted 4. Didn't get it, unfortunately. Bryce to the left. Down the middle. I'm going to pull up the YouTube chat, so if you're in there, just know that I'm going to come find you. I got a particular set of skills. And that is the gift of gab. Oh, another miss. Maybe it's not really a miss. He's in the way. Zach gets over the top of it. This is cleanup time on aisle 1. And he misses. Zach thinking of a way to get 6 right here. And he gets it, hits it. Wow. That was cool. If I was that good, I could do that too, but I'm not, so I can't. James Bork says, what's up, Sammy? I say, what's up? Earlier, I erroneously reported that the boss was from Bag Brokers. That was another bag that was from Bag Brothers. I guess I got that confused with the pit boss. We have a boss and a pit boss. So my apologies goes out to the people, the fine people at Bag Brothers Cornhole, who named their bag company Bag Brothers after we already had a company named Bag Brokers, and named a bag The Boss after we already had a bag called the Pit Boss. So you know what? I take back my apology. That wasn't on me. Zach's elbow's been jacked up for 2 months, but he's still throwing good. Yeah, man, he's got that KT tape. I was wondering what he had going on. I played him yesterday in singles, and we went back and forth. I think the score was 14-13 before he finally separated against me and put me away. He ended up finishing second yesterday, which is incredible. And for me, it felt good knowing, man, you know what? I got beat by Bryce. I got beat by Zach. I got beat by Spencer Fabianar. These guys are good, man. And then I won some games. It was awesome. I love winning. Winning is tight. Bryce giving up another crooked number. I thought it was going to be another Emerson round, but 10 points goes to Zach and Drew on the board. 103 people in the chat listening. Maybe they got their volume turned down so they can just watch and not hear Sideline Sammy, and that's okay with me. My feelings don't get hurt, but you're off my Christmas list. Just know that if you're not listening. Cut around attempt. Drew, man, that is a great bag, buddy. Let's see what Tyson has as a retort. Oh, just bounces right over the hole. And Bryce tells him, man, it's just barely, dude. Slow side. Clean up. That bag's gettable if Tyson's feeling froggy. Drew's in a rhythm now. Can Tyson limit the damage? He does. Gives up 2. Shout out to Collin County Cornhole League. It's good you play that, spell that with all C's, man. There's a choice you had to make, and you made the right choice. Collin County Cornhole League. John Miller says, let's go Zachary Harris. Lovingly known as Zachy Bags over here by Sideline Sammy. Oh, and he misses Zachy Bags, misses to the right. In the hole for Bryce. Ryder Miller says, what's up? What's up, Ryder? 10-10. Miller Time says, winning is tight. Yeah, man, get this chat active, man. These guys are too good to y'all not be interacting. Talk that mess to Sammy Sam. Sideline Sammy, tell me how much better you are than I am. I'm definitely fine with that. You tell me that you're better than me, and I will cry into my pillow late at night when I'm all alone. I'm watching bags. We're blocking. Oh, I thought he was going to cut or flop over it, but he kind of goes side by side. He's kind of in a good spot, I like. Wow, great bag by Drew Dixon. Tyson. Slick off the back. The snowball. Great bag, coin slot on the back. The snowball starting to form, boys and girls, and he limits it a little bit by making a bag in the hole. 15-7 on the scoreboard. That a boy at Drew Dixon says Miller Time. Miller Time, T-Money out here is going crazy whenever Zach's hitting these shots too, by the way. Oh, uh-oh. Now this is a great time to do something cool here, Bryce. Oh, that is not cool, man. Zach cleans it up for 6. That's going to be it for game number 2. That's game number 2. That's game 2. Now here's how this works, all right? If Bryce and Tyson win this, it's a 1-game winner takes all after that. If Drew and Zach win this, it is over. They are champions. $21 points away. Side by side. Bags lifted up in the hole there. They should go. They do go. These guys are bagging. King seat is Zach and Drew. If they win this, it's over. It's over. But Tyson's got other plans as he makes that bag in the hole. Coming from right to left. I wouldn't say I'm passive aggressive. I would just say that is confusing, man. Bag Brokers, Bag Brothers, both great companies. but they're equally great, and they're also equally bead bag brokers, bag brothers. And the bags are equally bead. Pit boss. Zach a little bit on the left. Bryce, the youngster, also on the left. Zach, slick side. Oh, man. Not ideal for Zach. Great cut by Bryce. Zach cut around and over. Rolls it. All the matches on lane 3 are complete. That is correct as far as I can see. Man, I need to be invited to the Miller's patio, man. Shoot me an invite one of these days. I'll make a trip and go hang out. It's summertime for me, Sideline Sammy. They call me Summertime Sammy. Also, Sammy the Stallion. That's actually a true one. Oh, great bag. Drew's off to the left. They did not continue their momentum that they built up in the previous game. Tyson has locked in as they're down 6-0. Up 6-0. Interesting position. Tyson dries his hands. I've never played long enough in a Signature Series tournament to have to dry my hands, because I'm always out early for you guys, by the way. I do this for y'all. Oh, my goodness. How can a bar of soap be so dirty? Because that's what that was. A bar of soap for a point. That's what that's called. And Zach frustratingly leaves it on the right side. In the middle for Bryce. Zach again to the right. Zachary Baggs to the right. Bryce kind of jams him up a little bit. I wouldn't count Bryce's bag in unless he does something really cool with it. He's just using it. He's got a chance to get it, but it'd be tough. 2 bags on the hole. Gives up 2 points. Shout out to Thomas. Shout out to Blake. John Militime. Landon Villa. Willa Suprinit. What's up, Carmen? Blake, John, Zach, Rob, JP3. I forgot to go back and get my shirt, JP3. That's my bad. Mike TX27. Francis Heating and Cooling, LLC. Zach Morris. One of my favorite songs is the theme song to Zach Morris is Trash on YouTube, if you've ever seen that. No shade to you, Zach Morris. But it's just a YouTube channel or YouTube video series called Zach Morris is Trash, which I don't agree with. I love Zach Morris. He nudges him in, not happy about it. Bryce says, roll it. Bryce and Tyson both a little bit colder than everybody else in the building as they have their hoods on. Oh, great bag. Drew Dixon, double D. Up and over. 2 points one way. 3-8. Oh, there's Ed Alanese. Is it Alanese or Alanez? It's one of those two. I don't know how to pronounce that. You have to tell me. I think it's Alanese. Gives a big wave. What up? Ed Pops Alanese. Bryce brings his bag in close. Zachary in the hole. Bryce gets it with a little fist pump. He's feeling it. 12-12, loop 12. Fletcher says, how have we not deemed him Vanilla Bryce yet? I mean, I can call him Vanilla Bryce for the rest of the game. I'll try 2 rounds. 2 rounds of Vanilla Bryce against Zachy Bags. We'll see if it sticks. Guys, these guys are wearing hoods, and I'm going to tell you, it's about 237 degrees the last time I checked the thermometer. It has not cooled off, okay? It's not cooled off. Only thing that's cool in here is these guys. They're cool. It's Drew, double D's. Puts that one in the hole. In the hole. I thought it was 2 points one way. It was 2 points the other way. I was right. I was right in my head. They just tricked me. 10-1. Stack Monster was a great defense, by the way. We used to run 10-1 Stack Monster for Decatur based on the Salina famed guns defense is what they might have called it back in those days. It was just 10-1, 10 guys basically on the line. You had one safety over the top that was manned up with the quarterback as a spy. Vanilla Bryce back to the right side. Zachy Bags blows it off to the right also. Vanilla Bryce steps out. That's a great bag, actually, because his are coming in. Zach tries to wedge him. See what little Vanilla's got. Up and off the back. He can go in for a wash. Get your PPR check. Let's look at the bottom of your screen. PPR's on the check. It's on the screen, boys and girls. All you got to do is look at the bottom. Cameron Krim. What's happening? Ooh, nice back block. Let's see what Tyson's got. TG right behind it. He says you're all right. Drew's, this is his cut area right here, and he does it beautifully. TG, what we got? Thinks about life. Let's go of his bag. This is airmail time. Oh, he says roll it again. Drew says, how much do I got? And he says, I want a pizza that's about this big. I think that's what he said. Over the top with a roll ski. Goes double D. TG. Oh, Tig old Tyson misses it deep left. Oh, and he leans it on the hole. He leans it on the hole. All right, Vanilla Bryce and Zachy Bags getting us going. They're just running them right now. They're trying to find their center again as they both had a couple misses. Bags in the hole. That's a 12-12. We call that a loop 12. 12-12, loop 12. Anybody from the DFW area might remember that commercial. Y'all let me know in the chat, did you remember that? If you're from the area, have you ever heard 12-12, loop 12? Bag rolling. All right, if it's not updating, I'll try to take a look at this game here. Currently, see if I can find it here on my Scoreholio app, the trusty app. Round by round. You know what? That might be a flaw on the Scoreholio app, to be honest with you. How do I find the PPR of this? Oh, there we go. Here we go. Come on now. All right. PPR check right here. If it's not on the screen, I'll tell you what it is right after this round. Bag in the hole for a double D. All right. Tyson, after 11 rounds, throwing an 8.27 to Drew Dixon's 7.45. Zach is throwing a 10-1 to Bryce Forbes' 9.8. Both guys missed to the right. Zach back down the middle. Bryce down the middle. Zach down the middle. It's a gettable bag if you want it. How risky do you feel? He doesn't feel risky at all. He just kind of uses it as a little bumpski. Little bumpski. Like he's in Miami in the 80s. Just needed a little bump right there. The PPR on the bottom is from the first game. I appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know. I'll keep you updated for 5 or 6 rounds. Just type it in the chat, and I'll hit it back up. All right, a little commotion here on the stage I got to look at here. All right. In the hole. And in the hole. Now, let me tell you guys, boys and girls, it's a lot cooler when you make some of your bags and not all your bags. More fun to call. Or at least if you make all your bags, make them in a fun way. Zach kind of shark fins that one. Yeah. Oh, man, and he misses that. Oh, big drag. Big fly. Big drag. Awkward Nux. 16-6. 5 points away for Tyson and Bryce to take it to a one-game finale. If Drew and Zach can manage to come back here, it is over. They are the champs. Now, if they are not able to come back here, Tyson and Bryce will have another opportunity. Misses off to the right. Drew cuts around. I think if you're Drew, you just kind of just go in, man, and then you wash nines. Here's the thing. As you get really good at this game, I'm assuming you think more about, oh, what all I could do. When in reality, sometimes the best play is just make the bag that's in your hand, you know? Like he's looking backside. I'm pretty sure. Oh, and he just discards his bag. Yeah, and they would have gone in. Tyson must have had one more bag off than I thought. One bag goes to them. These guys know better than me. I guess he would have gone 2 for 1, maybe the wrong way. I couldn't see it. Those bags on the other end of the court, it's kind of dark for me. A lot of people don't know this, but Sideline Sammy is blind in his right eye. Have a particular kind of blindness, at least. Oh, he missed it. This looks like Zach's going to hit it hard. He went for a hard push, and he just hit a laser air mill. Oh, and he tries to roll over, unable to get that. Gives up 1 on a 6-5 round. All right, chat, get active again. I'm trying to see what you're saying. You haven't updated your chat in a while. Big Drew Dixon to the right. Bryce giving him a path or giving him a line. Drew hits the big fly. Big fly for Tyson. You haven't seen him shoot many airmails. And Drew misses one. Going through his routine to see what's going wrong. Tyson hits another one backside. In honor of JP3 Designs, he goes backside. Shout out to Juanito at JP3 Designs, by the way. Some of the best merch in Cornhole. Bryce, bag in the hole, 17-8. Zach a little bit left of where he wants to be. Congrats, man. Nudges him in. Bryce with a wild attempt at a block. Oh, my goodness. Unable to capitalize on that. Score goes to 20. 1 point away for forcing a one-game finale. One more game. Yep. Winner takes all. First bag in the hole for Tyson. If you're Tyson, you're not planning on blocking unless you're blocking behind. That's the only way you're blocking. You're not blocking as a source, as your primary play. There's your block behind. Drew, good grief. There was so much bag tilt, and he threw it. It's kind of hard to explain. He throws it hard, but lands it soft with that angle in order for it to slowly creep around right to left. If you throw that a little bit too hard, if you don't land it soft, it blows off the back. And the way he landed is he was able to kick right over right to left. And he's got people looking around like, how in the world did this happen? To the moon, indeed, is what they needed. As I check the chat. Tyson rears back, releases. This looks like a great opportunity for backside or hit and roll over the top. That he can climb that. He can climb that mountain. Toes the line in his hey dudes. Oh my gosh. That is a wild turn of events. He went for slick side. I think he tried a bar of soap that did not become fruitful. That was not ideal by Drew Dixon. Back to the left, that should be it. If you're Bryce, you're not blocking. You're just going in the hole. And if you're Zach, you had to block with that one. But he's just getting ready for the next game. Because in the end, that's all that matters, is this one. Here we go. Game 4 in this triple dip. They got the first 2 scoops. They need one more scoop for Bryce and Tyson. Now this one, You no longer have opportunities to lose, all right? Like, you don't get any more freebies. Those 2 games are basically mulligans for Zach and Drew. This one is the real one. You got to play this one as it lies here. Block down the middle. Cut around attempt for Tyson. Misses. Slick side cut. I think he was just okay if he brought it in, but also okay if he didn't. Tyson a little bit right. In the hole. Two points. Crooked number to start. Getting flashbacks to when Bryce threw the bag 20 feet. Did he do that and I didn't see that at one point in time? Oh, Lee, I need to find that. I need to feel good about myself by looking at people that are better than me mess up. Zach's bag on the back's hanging on by dear life. Or for dear life, excuse me, by a thread. 4 more points, or 4 points to start this game finally for Bryce and Tyson. They battled from the loser's bracket here for a chance at a championship. Here at TCL League Championship Signature Series number 6 in Choctaw Casino and Resort in Durant, Oklahoma. Drew's bagging. He put so much tilt on his bag. I'm surprised how accurate he can actually be with that much tilt. Tyson missed his mark just a little bit, but still ended up in the hole, which was very important. Cut around for Drew. Tyson. Slick side off the back. This is a chance for an Emerson Biggins round right here. You're looking for 7. And he gets it. Emerson Biggins. Emerson big points, in case you're wondering what the Biggins are. 9-4. Zachy bags and Drew. Zach first bag right in front of the hole. All right, is this airmail time or roll time? What are we going with? We're going to roll. Bryce answers with an airmail. Miss to the right. Bryce doesn't. Zach, slick side. What do you have in store for us now, Bryce? What are we going for? Slick side, cut. Oh my gosh, if he hit that, it was going to be electric. He almost threw it. What happened was he threw his bag too deep into his bag, so it lifted it up instead of driving it in. So when you throw your bag that deep into it with the nose down, it lifts that bag up and caused it to jump over the hole right there. It was on lane 2, man. I'm going to check that out, Blake. Big bag right here. Lots of thought going into it. 6-9. Very nice game we got going on. I think I'd rather be the 9. I know a lot of people who'd rather be the 6, but I'd rather be the 9 in this game. Great bag by Tyson. His fist bump, solid. Oh, and sneaking in there on the left side. As we got a snowman. 8-9 now. Zach on the left side. Bryce behind him unintentionally. Zach's bag's starting to check up, and Bryce is hitting the airmails quickly. No doubters when he's shooting them. I mean, he knows what he's going to do. Oh, cut around attempt. 144 people in the chat. Just do me one favor real quick. They're watching. If you got a chance, just type in where you're watching it from, just to show people that it isn't just the people at their house. I mean, it's not just the people from these people's hometown. We got a lot of people watching this thing. 'Cause I'm watching it from Choctaw Resort or Casino and Resort here in Durant, Oklahoma. We got anybody in West Texas watching? Anybody down in the Hill Country or Austin area? Big airmail, big fly for Drew Dixon. Anybody in the DFW area watching? Climbs it, shark fins on top. Bryce says to push it. Little baby step out for Tyson. And he pushed it with the stick and missed. Drew up, in, knocks two, goes 2 for none right there. Takes some points. And now we got a barn burner here, 11-10. A little tug of war. A little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. I think that lit Zach up a little bit. He kind of has a little pep in his step now. Bryce with the block, Zach with the back. Bryce is hitting them airmails right now. Zach misses his roll to the left. Bryce misses his airmail. Zach. Tyson does this thing, and I don't know if he's noticing that he's doing it, is that right before Zach throws maybe his third or fourth bag, he'll drop his towel because he's drying his hands off, and he drops his towel. And he drops it behind the score tower, so I don't think Zach can probably see it, but I don't know if y'all are noticing that. He's just dropping it down right there at that time. I've seen it the last few times while Zach's throwing and not while Bryce is throwing, but while Bryce is throwing, he's still drying his hands, you know. Palms get a little bit more sweaty whenever you're playing or when your partner's throwing. There we go. Now we got some activity in the chat telling me where we're from. Oh, Drew with a miss to the left. Oh, perfect bag. Drew, what's the move? Slick, collect. Washington, there's frustration on Zach and Drew's side over here. Drew's cheeks turning red. As they're down 2. Can they regain their composure? Got people in Louisiana, Livingston, Texas, Mount Pleasant, the 903 East Texas, Trenton, Texas, 35 minutes south, Hallsville, Texas, Port Aransas, Detroit, Michigan. Man, you're in Port, eh? Is that why you're not here? I was wondering. There's a 12. 13 turns to 15. 15-11. Zach tosses his water in frustration. San Diego, California. Now that is cool. Mineral Wells, home of the crazy water. Alma, Austin. Oh, man, nice. My brother lives in Pflugerville. San Angelo, Princeton. Somebody in their hotel room. As we're bagging.
Brother.
First bag, bag for Drew right down the middle as a block. He's trying to force Tyson to make a mistake, and he does not.
It's harder to do than it sounds.
He's got a shark fin right in front of him. Airmail up. He's missing. I think they're losing patience. They're getting frustrated. Drew throws his bag down.
You don't see that out of Drew very often.
These last 3 rounds or so, Drew has been extremely frustrated. Zach missed a bag earlier, and Drew showed his frustration in the miss.
Ooh. Well, how's Tyson been doing?
Tyson's cool, calm, and collected.
He came around then because he was not in the bracket play.
He's cool, calm, and collected. He's noticing the wavering spirits on the other side of the board. And if they just collect themselves, they've got a good chance to keep it, extend the game. If you're Zach and Drew, you want to make this game as long as possible at this point. You want to drag it out. If you're Tyson and Bryce, you want to close it out as fast as possible.
This is the last sudden
This
death.
is it right here. So now if you're Drew, I think you go slick side right through them. And what you do is you set to give yourself up 1 point. You just want to give up 1 point. And instead he rolls over it and to the right. He's thinking a little bit too much, and his frustration as he hits his leg almost as hard as a guy I know named Jeremiah Gamez.
Up we go. Drag,
Big
baby.
fly. Now you got to push this in, yeah? There's the slick.
Good shot.
Gets it in, gives up 3, 18-11. Utah, Texas, Palmer, Texas, Lubbock, Texas, Princeton, Texas, San Angelo,
Sounds like you got a lot of viewers in there.
Iran, yeah.
Iran?
Yeah, in Texas.
Oh, okay. Should be taking shelter right now.
Now we know. Oh, there's a miss. Now can we capitalize, Zach? That's the question. You're fine, Zach, right there. He's frustrated with that, but you still got your bag. See, that's how I know Tyson wasn't doing that on purpose, because he dropped the bag while Bryce was throwing, or dropped his towel while Bryce was throwing this time. So I know it wasn't intentional. There we go. Score 16-18. All of a sudden there's life.
New song, new life.
Uh-oh. But Drew is
That doesn't end it, though.
discombobulated, I would say. It doesn't end it, but he's putting himself in his own way right there, and then more importantly, it's putting himself in his head.
Yeah, he stepped away.
Yeah. And Tyson with a beautiful bag placement right there.
What are these black bags they're throwing? These are different.
They might be the Omegas.
They weren't throwing these in bracket.
No. I know Tyson threw Omegas yesterday. They were a darker colored Omega.
Darker than that?
They were relatively dark. Let me ask him. Hey, bud. Hey. Let me know. LMK. Back tight to the board goes Drew, and he goes behind Tyson. I don't really love that, man. When you have the skill that Drew has, I almost like you stepping out with that first bag and just driving it up a little bit. You go slick, and you kind of catch the inside corner, and you spin the bag towards you a little bit.
Still depends on what Tyson does here. He's got that cut angle. Wow, what a roll to get through
Big
the
roll.
lane there.
Question is, does anybody know why Bryce plays with his hood
nobody
on?
knows.
Oh, yeah, definitely know, man. Haircut, man. That thing's rough.
He'd have a gator neck on, too, if he could.
Oh, man, he threw it too deep.
Yeah, that's going to
Vanilla Bryce gives Tyson the go. Yeah, he says same thing to Tyson.
And it is the same.
And it is same result. Now Drew has to collect this.
You know, when Tyson's locked in, he's pretty dangerous because he was not playing at this level in bracket,
No.
at least towards the end. Slick.
Oh, and that's 7-3. That's game as it is right there. He gets handshakes. Congratulations to Drew and Zach for making it this far. They were king's seat, but you finished second place. Big congratulations to Bryce Forbes and Tyson Green.
They really came back on
They
that.
are champions. You are champions. You have earned it. Big congrats.
It's going to be a little while before we talk to people again. Anything you want to say to close out this season of Texas Cornhole League?
Man, I just want to express my gratitude to the Texas Cornhole League for allowing me to be a part of this great team.
Same.
And it is just real cool, man. I cannot wait to do it again at the next season, man. Fired up.
You got what up, Johnny, there?
There you go.
In the chat. Oh, all right. Yeah, that does it.
But until
What a
then,
season.
Sideline Sammy signing off.
Andy out of here, too. We'll see you later this year.
God bless.